Hey guys, in today's episode we go over the state of the Three Musketeers, Clash Royale's newest emotes, and a crazy new card concept to place troops on your opponent's side. All that and more in today's episode of Clash World. Hey guys, it's right here, and welcome back to another episode of Clash World. In this weekly show, we take a look at the most recent announcements from the Clash Royale team, the hottest topics in CR eSports, as well as what's going on in the community. Then, we'll finish up the episode by breaking down the meta and featuring my off-meta deck of the week. If you're enjoying Clash World, then please leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get notified of every new video that comes out. Also, go check out my Instagram as well as my Twitter. Links will be in the description. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the first section. New in the Arena. New in the Arena is where we find out about what the Supercell team has been up to this past week. First things first, we've had a Dragon Boat celebration in Clash Royale. Starting off, we've had two sets of offers in the shop. One with some pretty good baby dragon emotes as well as a free magical chest, and another with some pretty crazy e-drag emotes as well. And again, absolutely digging these emotes, and I really do love all these baby dragons. I mean, it is my logo after all. In addition to that, these offers are pretty good value too, and you do get quite a large amount of stuff for your money. On the other side, we also had a Dragon Boat challenge with the Dragon Hunt game mode back for some good fun. Also, we had a Hog Race Draft Challenge as well, which starts up tomorrow. I know this community loved this game mode when it first came out, so I can't wait to play it again. Next up, let's talk about the state of the Three Musketeers, as Supercell has given some discussion in the community recently about this card, as well as the recent change to the deploy time of the Three Musketeers. As we had hoped, this iconic trio has indeed made a comeback. This card is now used 3 times as much in Classic Challenges and nearly 5 times as much in Grand Challenges. But it is still a niche, heavy elixir card used in 2 to 3% of games, provided that its win rate has also improved significantly, now hovering around 50 to 52%. We believe that Three Musketeers has found its place in the meta. Now here's what Seth had to say. They do have a low use rate, 3%, but a high win rate, 53%. We have seen how meta warping the Three Musketeers are when they are popular. I think the game is better when they are a viable but niche strategy. Some cards, zap and fireball type spells, or tough flyers such as Mega Minion and the Baby Dragon, are going to be more popular because of their versatility, and that's okay for the game as a whole. Purposely forcing usage from these cards into cards like Zappies does not make the game more fun. Now, what do you think about this balance strategy from Seth? Let me know in the comment section below. Personally, it does make some sense. Some cards are meant to be more niche, and perhaps the Three Musketeers might just happen to fall in this category. That being said, it is somewhat weak in this meta, with rather low usage being a win condition. So not sure if the balance team will be changing these Three Musketeers anytime soon, or if they will leave them be for now. You know, the meta does kind of shift over time on its own to a certain extent, so I do kind of agree with Seth. I think the Three Musketeers eventually could slowly but surely find its way into the meta, similar to the Goblin Giant Sparky deck. Not very many people saw it coming, but it very gradually became one of the most popular decks in the entire game. So yeah, I think honestly, just leave the Musketeers for now and see what happens in the next few months. Be sure to give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Three Musketeers deserve a buff? Why or why not? Now that's going to do it for New in the Arena. It's time to check out the eSports update. The eSports update is a segment where we take a look at the new and rising pro players as well as recent eSports competitions. And of course, it's week 2 of the Clash Royale League. This week, as you can see, the leaders of this season are beginning to emerge, with Cream and Pain actually topping the list. Team Liquid is finally seeing the performance it was looking for last season, and Immortals and Complexity are all also doing as expected. Meanwhile, on the bottom, we have Queso, Dignitas, and Misfits, who are still actually struggling to take their first win. Of course, it's still super early in the season, and almost anything can happen at this moment, so be sure to stay tuned for some super exciting matches. Now that we're caught up with the most recent esports news, let's check out the rising rumors. This week, one of the most interesting topics that has come up on the Reddit is the real estate agent, made by Anyway, taking a look at the description, it's definitely very interesting. Similar to the miner, but instead of dealing damage, the real estate agent uses shady tactics to buy a square on the enemy side where you can place cards. I mean, just wow. This will be a completely new mechanic that I honestly think that Supercell should think about testing out. I mean, as of now, it's a 10 elixir card. It does seem a little bit OP, so maybe the card can only get tiles from a certain area, or those gained tiles would only last for a certain amount of time. But either way, I think it's a super original idea, and frankly, we do need more of these. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this card in the comment section below. I'm sure you all have some pretty strong opinions on this mechanic already. Next up, we have this super satisfying clip from the Reddit. Let's check it out.
Yes, 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 yes! Positive elixir trade! Oh.
Whoa, 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 where did he come from? My god. Now that we've covered the trending topics in the community, let's go ahead and break down the meta. This meta is pretty much dominated by control decks such as P.E.K.K.A. Ram with both lightning and poison. There's also a new balloon cycle deck going around with the Musketeer, which is honestly kind of annoying to face. Other than that, Royal Giant Lightning and Goblin Giant Sparky are also pretty popular decks, which is rather surprising given the popularity of P.E.K.K.A. and Inferno Towers in this meta. Now, there are also quite a few other niche decks around, such as Mortar Royal Hogs, as well as Hog Earthquake. So overall, the meta is a little bit more diverse and balanced, which I do quite like. So that's the current meta for you guys. Now let's check out the off-meta deck of the week. That's right, in each Clash Royale episode, we're going to be featuring one off-meta deck that works in the current meta. This week's deck was submitted by Brewski707, and it's an interesting variation of Hog Bait. Now, with any bait and hog deck, you want to play this deck a bit more aggressively throughout the entire match. Starting off the match with something such as the Goblin Barrel or the Hog Rider to begin to see which spells or hog counters your opponents have. Then, keep up the pressure and prevent your opponents from building up a massive push that you simply can't defend. Overall, the fast-paced aspect makes this deck a super fun deck to play, so without further ado, let's get right into a battle. Alright, so hopping into this match, we're going to be against a Chinese player from the clan Angels of Death. Good luck to this guy. And starting off this match, we're going to go ahead and place probably a princess in the back, just to, you know, try and get that princess down. Princess, I actually forgot to mention earlier, is one of the most important things in a bait deck. You want to protect that princess as much as possible. So anyways here, let's actually go with the Hog Rider, see exactly what he has to counter that. And let's see, okay, looks like he has a Furnace. So Mega Minion and Furnace, that probably means Royal Giant. So as you can see, what we did, the first thing we did in the match is to determine what the opponent is using, or at least, you know, give it a guess. So there we go. He also has the E-Wiz, and he's going to use this Barb Barrel as well. So let's actually go in with a Goblin Barrel, opposite lane. That'll go ahead and try and get some damage onto the tower. He's going to use a Lumberjack. So here, let's go ahead and split our Skeleton Army. Now, half of it will go towards that E-Wiz, and the other half will take care of that Lumberjack. So anyways here, we're going to go with another Princess in the back. Obviously, the Princess just, you know, gives a massive area of denial across the entire arena, so it's always good to have one of those down. And of course, we've also cycled back to a Hog, so let's go ahead and take that out. Minions down as well to distract, and let's go ahead and Fireball onto that Furnace as well. He actually screws up his Furnace. It doesn't actually manage to pull the Hog, and that's going to take that tower all the way down to 1244. So, you know, just a little over halfway through the match, we are looking pretty good. So here, let's see here, as soon as we get closer to 10 elixir, let's go ahead and quickly just cycle, let's see, a Goblin Barrel right there. He obviously has the Barb Barrel, but we're trying to get it out of cycle so that we can use the Skeleton Army to defend his Royal Giant. So anyways here, getting closer and closer to double elixir time. Again, let's just get that Princess down. Of course, get that Inferno Dragon down, which does amazing against tanks. And of course, he doesn't have any way to take care of the Skeleton Army, so that'll go ahead and just, okay, he's going to use his Lightning. But we're just going to absolutely destroy that Royal Giant right there. So heading into double elixir time, we do get some good skeleton damage right there, and he's gonna have to respond to the Princess in the left, so Hog in the right as well. Let's go with Fireball right there onto the Furnace, see if we can get at least a Hog hit onto the tower, and there we go. Hog's gonna get one hit onto the tower, gets two hits actually. Let's go with the Princess at the bridge. That'll go ahead and at least guarantee a couple of hits from that tower. Let's go with the Goblin Barrel opposite lane, force him to just keep playing on his toes, and then let's also go with a Hog Rider in the opposite lane. There we go. And let's see, he's gonna use a Furnace right there. Honestly, I would have just ignored that Hog if I were him. But anyway, Skeleton Army takes care of this entire push right here. 25 seconds left. Honestly, we can just Fireball cycle him out if we really have to, but let's go with some minions in the back. There's his Royal Giant, so let's go with Inferno Dragon high up. Ooh, okay, that's actually not very good at all. Let's go with, let's see, a Log right there, as well as, actually, you know what, that'll be just fine. Let's go with a Hog Rider right there. Unfortunately, our tower's going to be down to 10, 11, but that Hog's going to connect onto the tower. He just overcommitted right there, and that is going to be GG. As you can see, right after we figured out that he pretty much went all in into that Royal Giant push, we just went with that Hog opposite lane, and he just lacked the elixir to properly defend it. So there we go, guys. That was the off-meta deck of the week. Definitely recommend you guys give this deck a try. It's a really fun and fast-paced deck. If you want to submit your own deck to be featured, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below, as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I am signing off. See you guys next time.